Here with the senior Bailie Ragsdale as we close in on Senior Day. I'm still workshopping what we're going to call it. Maybe Bailie Day, Ragsdale, something. You know, I'll get your input. Yeah, I'll get your input on that for sure. But Saturday, the big day for you, your final home game of the season. Still alive for more games after that, but we can talk about that later. But Bailie, talk to me about the last 4 years. What's it been like? You know, I feel like every kid's dream when they grow up playing baseball or any sport, softball, is to play at the college level. So to get that chance to do that, what's the last 4 years been like for you?
I think it's been crazy, a little bit of a roller coaster, but honestly, it's a girl's dream to play D1 softball, to play D1 sport in general, especially from a small town in East Texas. I didn't think it was possible, but I'm here and I'm finishing it up, so I don't think it's bittersweet, honestly. I think these are the best 4 years I played softball. They're the most fun I've ever played, the most like family based in that atmosphere, and like NSU has really brought like a home to me, a home away from home. So I wouldn't change any of my years at NSU for anything else. So. And
it has to be also a little bit special too to do it at the same place that your cousin did as well, right?
Yeah, honestly following the family legacy, I guess you'd say. But I think seeing her do it, it kind of like empowered me to do it too. Like, I think it's kind of cool to tell my family down the road that me and my cousin went to the same college, played the same sport. You know, it's kind of crazy.
So you've been here for 4 years, and if you've watched this team play over the last 4 years, you make it plain to see just how much you give to every pitch, how you're willing to dive into a wall. I know you hit a couple walls last weekend in Nichols, but that's been you the past 4 years. So where does that come from? That sort of toughness, that 110% every pitch. Where does that come from?
Definitely my parents. My dad always, when we were practicing or anything, he goes, "You got to give 110% because people are going to want to see that. People come to watch 110%. They don't come to watch 50." And like, you got to get up. It's going to hurt. It might hurt for a little bit, but you got to walk it off, you know. My dad was very like, he's still in the labor industry. He does construction and he works his butt off every day to get what he wants. And I work my butt off every day and hurt every day to play softball, and I wouldn't do it anywhere else.
I think that also kind of speaks to just how much you could tell that you love this game and how much it has meant to you since you were a little kid.
Yeah.
Talk about your parents too for a second. I mean, you see Northwestern play no matter where, in Natchitoches, anywhere else. The Ragsdales are going to be there. How much have they impacted you over the last 4 years and really your entire career?
I would give my career is their career. They are my career. If it wasn't for my mom and my dad, I would not be here. They are my support system, my rocks. They are me.
Yeah. And
they taught me everything I know. They grew me up to the woman I am today, so I couldn't be any happier with them. Like, when I see them in the stands, it kind of gives me a calmness in the air, and then I just do what I do. I go run into walls, or I do what I got to do.
Yeah, it has to be just sort of, like I said, that refreshment of knowing that they're there 100%, whether you go 0 for 3 or 3 for 4 or whatever the case may be. So I have parents like that too, so it's easy to love and appreciate them. Talk to me about this year specifically. It's been well documented that you're the only senior on this the youngest team in the country with 17 freshmen or sophomores. How have you grown personally through that as the sort of leader on this team?
I've kind of just honestly, like as a senior, you think of like everything people should know other things, and you kind of just have to like go into that teaching role rather than being the one like saying you should obviously know what you're doing, but they don't. And that's what growing in this game is. I didn't know that as a freshman, and now I'm a senior, and I think softball is you grow every day in the sport. You can learn something new. So in that aspect, teaching them, kind of developing them through this year. I know it's a hard year, obviously, but you kind of have to take what you got and roll with it. And if they have questions, I help them the best I can. I'm their comfort. If they need to yell or scream, they can yell and scream at me. I don't care, but I'm their source of everything, honestly. So.
And we've seen a lot of those players, those freshmen especially, mature over this season. Do you feel like maybe you've taken some steps in that area as well, just your maturation as a young woman?
Yeah, like I'm definitely maturing. I think I'm matured, and I think they've had to mature very quickly. It's kind of hits you in the face when you look at it. This is where you're facing against 20, 21-year-olds, 22-year-olds. Like, this isn't high school or select anymore. It's like you kind of just have to like step all in, and if you don't step all in, you will get kind of left behind in that sense.
You mentioned the roller coaster ride that has been the past 4 years, and in this day and age of the transfer portal, and teams and players seemingly being brand new every year, and players switching teams and all that sort of stuff, it could have been very easy for you with 3 head coaches in 4 years to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
What was it about Northwestern? What was it about this place that said, hey, I want to stay, I want to finish my 4 years, to be one of those rare people that do stay at one place for 4 years?
Honestly, when I came onto campus, for my first ever visit in 8th grade, I came here and it just felt like home. Granted, my cousin had been here 4 years previously, so I knew Natchitoches. I love Natchitoches, my favorite place coming. And I came for NSU not just for softball, but for the culture and the atmosphere that Natchitoches in itself like holds. And I think this is my home. The first year I came on campus was my home. I didn't call Texas home anymore. It was Natchitoches was home. And when we did have like the turnover of head coaches, I didn't feel that I needed to leave and go venture somewhere new. I was gonna ride it out, and I'm not leaving home. I'm loyal. My mom and dad taught me to be loyal. You're loyal to the people who brought you here, that trusted in you, that you can make something of the program. So I'm still here.
Well, Bailie, I for one can speak, I think for a lot of people, to say we appreciate you. Appreciate you sticking it out, and the way you play the game is an example for every young player on this team or watching anywhere. So Bailie, thank you so much, and enjoy a great senior weekend.
Thank you.